What happens when Homer becomes Burns' killer? Homer sees Burns whipping his dinner co-workers. Turning his head, he realizes that the pies are actually talking. They all instruct him to smash himself into Burns. Homer fulfills their demands. He smashes a pie in Burns' face and runs away, but he didn't realize that Burns was watching his every move. He lay down on the couch and fell asleep. When he woke up, he realized he'd been kidnapped. Burns walks out. He removes Homer's mask. Then he threatened Homer to do his job for him. Homer was given his first assignment. He was in a quandary. Because it was him, Homer had to smash the pie in his face. When Burns confronted a little girl, Homer has to smash a pie in her face. Burns also disguised himself as a baby and gave Homer a mission statement. This time the target was a monk. Homer stood in the corner and watched Lisa on stage. He just couldn't bring himself to hurt Lisa's partner. Burns reprimands him. Then he went up on stage and aimed his pie at the monk. Listen to Lisa's dissuasion. He was also in a difficult position. Finally, he put down the pie and took off his mask. The audience didn't believe he was a killer. However, he was. He left with Lisa. Do you know why Marge lost her hair? In the shower, Marge would see her hair loss on the floor. When she sleeps, Homer catches her hair loss. Lisa finds Marge's hair in the soup when she eats. Even the hairballs the cat throws up are her hair. A blow dryer would send her hair flying in clumps. Bart and House's hair also appears when they play games. When she was in church, her hair was always pushed back and forth. At night, Homer pulled off Marge's headband and found that her hair was full of holes.
Just like my hair.
She cried and hugged Homer in grief. She went to the hospital to have her hair checked. The doctor told her it was because she was under too much stress. Even when she arrived at the hospital, Bart called her to pour water. For this reason, Marge offers to hire a nanny for the family. The babysitter she interviewed would get her hair pulled by Homer. Homer will chase the interviewee around. Everyone who came in for an interview was rejected as unsuitable. When the children say their requirements for the nanny, bobbins flew in from the sky. She was suspended from the wire, stepped on the car and arrived at the Simpsons' house. It started when Bart asked Marge to pour himself milk during dinner. When she refused, he pretended to have a dry cough. That's how she got Bart the milk. And he had to get Homer a beer, which caused Marge to lose her hair from stress. What happens when Bart's future career is as a police officer? He'll get in a police car. When the robbers rob Appa's store, they will drive after the robbers, and the robbers would step on the gas. They'd keep chasing them. In a wild, bumpy chase, they drove the car into an alley under the cover of a cardboard box. The gangster was lost. When the cops got out of the car to look for him, they gave Bart a gun. The assailant drove the car towards Bart, who was holding the gun. Bart saw a car approaching. He picked up his gun and started shooting. He threw the gun, which was empty. The criminal kept approaching him. The car got stuck in the alley. The gangster was knocked unconscious. The sheriff came over right away. They found the lottery ticket they took from Appa's store. The sheriff gave Bart a badge. Back home, Bart found evidence that Homer had stolen the cake. He also arrested Willie for burning leaves. It all started when Springfield Elementary gave a test on future careers. The papers were loaded onto a plane by the police. They were shipped to the National Testing Center. The equipment malfunctioned. When it detected Bart's test order, the operator fixed the machine. Bart's future career was as a police officer. Teachers thought he'd be a hobo. And a car splashes water on Bart when it passes by. Homer choked on food when he knew Bart's future career was a police officer.